Many of you are probably aware that Fallout 76 has been afflicted by a number of crippling hacks. It is still afflicted by hacks, a lot of them involving, players essentially cheating their way through the game, but last year, 2 hacks in particular sort of really made headlines. The first one was the ability to essentially spawn in any items from the Fallout 76 engine, and that allowed players to summon things like the Prydwen from Fallout 4, which for some reason is still in the Fallout 76 engine, but a larger issue was the ability to summon any items, so you could have infinite resources, the best gear, and you could even summon custom-created legendaries, so that just threw the game off balance. So there was that one hack. And then even worse was a hack that allowed a player to steal another player's entire inventory, and you can see an example of that right here. So this player is fully decked out, and you can see this player just snatch all of that away at the press of a button. I don't think I have to explain why that's crippling. Now, Bethesda did respond after the hack went live, though it was known for days that the hack was in development. And I think Bethesda should have definitely taken preemptive measures rather than react to the hack after it went live, which is why we're seeing a number of people here actually being affected by this. All of this could have been prevented if Bethesda would have taken action sooner. But it would seem as though players are finally getting compensation for those who did have their entire inventory stolen. The following information was relayed on Reddit by a number of users. This one post in particular gained traction, and here is the information that was conveyed. An update from a player who was robbed during the inventory hack. As the title states, I was robbed during the inventory hack. IGN Romulux, you can find me in the infamous video around 135 mark. Really? So 135 right here, is that... Oh, there it is, Romulux. Yeah, so you can see their inventory gets stolen while they were playing the piano. This continues. Bethesda sent me an email today not only saying I would be getting back 100% of the items I lost, but will also be given 8,250 items. All I can say is wow, way above and beyond what I expected. I will try to post updates here as this continues. Good on you, Bethesda. And then here is the Imgur link that shows the email that the user received. It reads, "Greetings, we're happy to provide you an update regarding your Fallout 76 character stolen hacked inventory. A clone of your character with a modified name will be restored on January 22nd, 2020. So, one thing to note about this fix is that while it works, it's super bizarre. It involves cloning a previous version of a hacked player's character in order to retrieve those items, so players can then take that cloned character and transfer the items back to their main character. It's this bizarre process that could only happen in a game like Fallout 76, where the engine was clearly not optimized for a multiplayer environment. The email continues, once restored, this character will have the entire inventory of items, gear, and scrap, 100% of your stuff, that it possessed on December 20th, 2019. In addition, we will be providing you with 8,250 items to help you in your adventures. Note, when you launch the game and hit play, it will default to the newly cloned character. In order to play the non-cloned version of your character, go to the character section of the main menu. There you'll find your currently played character alongside the cloned character. Additionally, Bethesda customer support will be offering a secure trade service to assist you in merging your character's inventories and safely trading items between your characters should you require assistance. If you would like to take advantage of this service, please respond to this ticket and request a secure trade transfer service. A CS agent will then work with you to arrange a time for you to log into Fallout 76 and join them on a private server to facilitate the secure trade. So if you need help transferring items, Bethesda will have someone log in and essentially work things way out in such a way that your cloned character can trade the items they possess to the actual main character whose inventory was stolen. So what the hell kind of solution is this? I don't know. Again, it goes to show the flaws of the Fallout 76 engine, but at the very least, players did get compensated with not only items, but also essentially duplicates of items that they used to have. And so this player right here is talking about how they have essentially some cloned items for certain stuff that didn't get stolen. Stuff that they kept in their stash box and stuff that wasn't on their person, that stuff's cloned. So they have double the stuff, and they also got some atoms, and then they added, I should also pepper in the fact that they're cloning my character and offering help transferring everything back around to my original Romulus. Good game, Bethesda. So this is sort of where we're at with this situation. And as for why exactly 8,250 atoms, that's because with Fallout First, Bethesda gives away 1,650 atoms per month. And so for people who do have a Fallout First account already, they just get, I believe, 5 months worth of Fallout First atoms. And then for the people who don't have a Fallout First subscription, Bethesda's giving away 3 months of Fallout First, which is 1,650 times 3 amount of atoms, and then in addition to that, 4,950 atoms. So whether you only get atoms or a Fallout First subscription plus atoms will depend on whether you are a Fallout First subscriber. So that's the scenario right now. There's a number of reports of people going through this process and successfully getting their character and their stuff back. So at the very least, Bethesda did find some kind of resolution, but I would argue that this hack should not have taken place. Just the fact that this happened at all goes to show that Fallout 76 is just an incredibly technically flawed game. But in this scenario, there was some compensation, even if it took Bethesda a while to get there. And while I would love to say that it's all good news, unfortunately, there is already another hack on the horizon by none other than Erectband, who is the same guy who created the previous 2 hacks that I talked about, the ability to spawn in any items within the Fallout 76 engine, as well as the inventory stealing hack, which have been patched. But again, the fact that these hacks can continue to happen is deeply disconcerting. And so what does this new hack allow you to do? Well, it's called Erectus, and it's a multi-hack tool that gives you a number of useful features that should not be possible if you're playing the game legit. So it reads right here, notable features, player ESP, NPC ESP, container, junk and scrap, plan and recipe item ESPs. These ESPs, I believe, essentially allow you to see labels of those items that you select in the world. So if you want to spot other players, you can just activate the player ESP and you'll just see other players labeled on the map, and so you'll know the exact location of those things. And then specifically in Nuclear Winter, which is the Battle Royale mode, this hack will allow players to disable the draw distance so that you're not going to have that fog of war that obscures players who are outside, who are too far away from you. So you can just spot players from miles away, and you can obviously use that to your advantage in a competitive mode like Nuclear Winter, which is, again, Battle Royale. And then beyond being able to spot anything you want in the game world, you've also got an item looter that will allow you to select specific types of items that you desire through this user-friendly menu, and whatever items you select, whatever type of items you select, all of that will be looted within a certain distance within your vicinity. So you don't have to actually go looking for those items. They'll just automatically be looted. So that means that when you're in the PvE mode, you can just find whatever you need and conveniently loot that stuff. And then when you're in the Battle Royale mode, you can essentially loot the high tier items within that competitive mode and get geared up very quickly compared to other players. There's a weapon editor involved as well. There's a projectile redirector, magic bullets, that essentially allows a player to shoot in any direction, and those bullets will automatically be redirected towards a target. So you don't have to actually aim at a target to kill them. You can just sort of shoot in the air and those bullets will automatically hit the target. Then we have No Clip, which allows you to sort of skip around through the world, and that makes you move a lot faster. There's editable action points, jump height, editable strength. So action points is AP, which obviously enables a number of actions like VATS and the like, and also action points is what allows you to sprint. So by having unlimited AP, you have infinite VATS, and you also can sprint without restraint, which gives you a big mobility advantage. You can edit the jump height so you can scale any landscapes or buildings super easily. And editable strength allows you to sprint while encumbered. So by editing strength, you technically have unlimited encumbrance, which is another major advantage. You can also equip broken items, so that allows you to bypass an element of the game in terms of weapon status and such. One position kill, item transferring, infinite stash capacity, that's another thing. That allows you to store items just infinitely into a stash. Usually a stash has a capacity, but with this hack, you can not only just stash stuff away instantly, you can do that however much you want without restraint. And there's a teleporter. It's pretty self-explanatory, allows you to teleport around the world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what this Erectus hack allows you to do. And what makes this particularly a dangerous hack is that it is very easy to install. It's just a matter of like running an executable under certain conditions and you're set. This is something that especially will cripple the Nuclear Winter PvP mode. These cheats will essentially allow you to have a huge advantage that will make it very easy for a hacker to win. And even in PvE, this has the potential of throwing the game off balance, people being able to do all sorts of things like this. For those who want to see some footage of Erectus in action and how powerful it can be and how detrimental it can be to the game, YouTuber Juicehead here has compiled some footage. So right here you can see that this player decided to make aluminum-based items and junk visible, so all of that is visible right here, and that allows them to just track that stuff, head over there, makes it very convenient for them to just locate anything they want. And then right here we have the loot feature in action. This player just selects a bunch of stuff that they want, they hit loot, selected scrap, and boom, just like that, everything nearby that falls within these categories is added to the inventory. And then right here we can see a player using the projectile redirector. They're shooting in the air but still managing to get kills. I believe this right here is one of those mobility hacks like no clip that allows the player to just move through the world incredibly quickly and in a very bizarre way. And yeah, you get the idea. The list just goes on. And this all goes to show just how easily hackable Fallout 76 is. Same guy, this erect band fellow, has managed to create another game-crippling hack. And this is something that I just think will keep happening. And this is particularly disconcerting when you consider that Fallout 76 Wastelanders, which saw a new trailer today, is coming out pretty damn soon. This could potentially help revitalize the game. You know, it's bringing back human NPCs. Maybe there's something here, but if the game's still going to be glitchy and buggy and be plagued by hacks, then players are not going to be drawn to this game. So this Erectus hack has to be eliminated before Wastelanders comes around. But more importantly, Bethesda has to find some way to be able to keep up with hackers much more quickly. They have to be able to react much more quickly. They cannot let a thing like the inventory stealing hack happen again, where they had days worth of warning and they didn't do anything until after the hack went live. And they have to find a way to just prevent this stuff from happening, though, again, I doubt that'll ever happen. And it still baffles me that a year after launch, Fallout 76 is still in this incredibly rough and brittle state. And I don't have much hope that things will look up for this game unless Bethesda really takes some drastic measures. At least these are one man's thoughts and opinions on the current situation with Fallout 76. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the new hack for Fallout 76 and the way Bethesda dealt with the inventory stealing hack. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.